You're listening to the Sporting Life Podcast, brought to you by the Outdoor Group Incorporated, a passionate sporting life company for passionate sporting life enthusiasts. Visit us at theoutdoorgroupinc.com. My daily shows bring you the best celebrity entertainment and all things hunting and fishing.
In the woods, you've got the shadows that happen throughout the day depending upon where the sun is when you're in there hunting. And, you know, the sun can play tricks on you with those shadows. Well, with the glasses on, it really crisped up my vision through the woods. And I was able just to see clearer and crisper images. And I didn't have a lot of distortion in the woods that you might have without a quality set of glasses.
That's coming up right after we honor our great country with Daniel Rodriguez singing his inspirational rendition of God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, our home, sweet
Welcome back to the Sporting Life Podcast. I'm your host, Bob Svetich. God bless America, and God bless all of you. We are bringing to you the best in celebrity entertainment and all things hunting and fishing every day at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. Be sure to rate and review the Sporting Life Podcast, and don't forget to tell a friend about us. Now, in response to the number of inquiries I've received asking about the elk artwork that you see on this podcast, it is by renowned wildlife artist Ryan Kirby, and you can see more of his original oil paintings at ryankirbyart.com. Welcome back to the Sporting Life Podcast. I'm your host, Bob Svetich. Well, today is Saturday, and that means you're at the right place at the right time for our highly anticipated gear review episode. The products we talk about are voluntarily provided to us by companies in the outdoor space. We have not been hired by these companies to promote their products, nor do we act as their spokesperson. Our comments about the products we review are from our own personal experience using them in the field. We'll give our honest, unbiased opinion so that you can be a more informed consumer. Now, to introduce my co-host for this episode, and to give him the proper introduction that he has so deservingly earned. Tim, music, if you would please. He is a former bull rider, martial arts competitor including weapons tactics, a former hotshot firefighter, successful entrepreneur, passionate hunter and fisherman, and the creator of an upcoming television series with our military veterans. Please welcome to the show the gear guru himself, Jason Svetich. Jason, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me on today. I'm looking forward to this one. We've got a really good product in store today.
Fantastic. You know, I understand that you were out archery elk hunting recently and actually took your product out in the field. Is that correct?
That is correct. I'm planning on utilizing each product that we get in as many different capacities as possible. And it just so happens that right now we're in the middle of archery elk season here in Colorado. And I took my sunglasses from Wiley X with me. And I'll tell you a little bit about the company. These guys have been around for 30 years. The founder, Miles Freeman Sr., started the company 30 years ago. He is a veteran of our armed forces, and when he put this company together, he pretty well had it in mind to build a set of eyewear that would hold up to the military standards, and it's right now kind of ranked number one sunglasses for our military, and it's become a very popular sporting life type sunglasses, which really works well for our demographic here today. So some specs on what they've sent me. Wiley X has a really big line of sunglasses and goggles and things, and that's what's so nice about them is you can really fine tune and pick from their array of stuff via the internet online or at store locations, but they have a lot to choose from. So they sent today a pair that is from their Active Lifestyle series. It's Nash polarized green plat flash in a Cryptek camouflage pattern nestled into their altitude frame. And I tell you what, up elk hunting, I really wore these from sun up to sundown, and very, very impressed, very comfortable. I wanted to go into a little bit of some of the background on the eyewear itself. They have set the benchmark for safety, style, and utility in their premium performance category. Many of these models also meet various mil-spec ballistic military standard, which is really impressive. Wiley X is the only premium sunglass manufacturer in the world whose entire adult line exceeds OSHA occupational safety standards. They have a ton of ratings, safety ratings, too many to go through, but they've just really put a lot of time, effort, and energy and science into these glasses, which really proved itself in the field when I was elk hunting.
Let me ask you something, Jason. You know, we both have wore a number of different eyewear, in our lifetime. And each different manufacturer, you can say certain things about them one way or the other. But I can tell you, and I don't know if I've ever shared this with you, I own 2 pair, might even be 3 pair, of Wiley X glasses. One of them being motorcycle glasses, that are just great because they block all the wind and everything, protect your eyes from insects and what have you. But when you wore these, and I know you wore them all day long for several days, what would you say was the most impressive aspect of the eyewear?
What really stands out to me was the crisp clarity of the lenses themselves. And it's no surprise because Wiley X lenses must also pass ANSI optical clarity standards, which sounds like something that you got to do a lot of research to learn what it is. But basically, it's a pretty high level of standard when it comes to the clarity that they put into the glass itself, which it really proved itself. I mean, in the woods, you've got the shadows that happen throughout the day, depending upon where the sun is when you're in there hunting. And, the sun can play tricks on you with those shadows. Well, with the glasses on, it really crisped up my vision through the woods. And I was able just to see clearer and crisper images. And I didn't have a lot of distortion in the woods that you might have without a quality set of glasses on. So that was really what stood out probably the most. And then secondary, the comfortability of these things. Like I say, they stayed on my face all day, did not pinch. A lot of times you'll get that pinching behind the ears or on the bridge of the nose, and I really enjoyed to wear them. This Cryptek camo pattern, I'm a fan of camouflage anything, so this really went well for hunting, and it looks good. In fact, I've considered going out and replacing all my camouflage just to match the glasses now.
Great reason why to go out and spend $200 or more on camouflage. Let me ask you this: can you share with us some product features of the Wiley X sunglasses that you're wearing?
Yeah, some product features. The glasses that they sent out, they came in a really nice carryable case that you can throw in your gear or in your backpack, glove box of your truck, wherever. It comes with a leash cord with rubber temple grips, so that it's comfortable on the head. A way to fasten it down if you're, playing sports activities, doing anything like that. That's a nice feature. It comes with it. It comes with a microfiber cleaning cloth, which is really nice. You can keep that in this protective case so that you can always keep your lenses clean and safe from getting smashed in the truck or what have you with this protective case. So that's nice. The lenses are polycarbonate. They meet a bunch of standards: high velocity, high mass, impact standards, all kinds of OSHA stuff. These would be great for somebody interested in utilizing them as work sunglasses, because they do meet the OSHA standards that are required. So if you were on the job site, you'd be safe there, and you'd be stylish in your Cryptek camo pattern here. 100% UVA and UVB protection with distortion-free clarity, which, like I said, I really did see that when I wore these, and I wore these everywhere. I mean, I just happened to be able to take them elk hunting here, which was fun, but I've worn them on the ranch here, doing multiple different types of things. I've shod horses wearing these sunglasses, which really is something else when you're bent over there working on horses. I didn't have them slipping off my head, which was really nice, and I also felt safe that my eyes were protected because of how well these guys did with their protection on the safety side. Polarized lenses, which is really a nice feature no matter what you're doing, fishing, driving. I really noticed a lot just in the truck with not only the polarized fashion, but with the crisp clarity that these had, which seemed to be just more than I've been used to using. Let me
ask you this, Jason. I was thinking about this. When I wear eyeglasses for any length of time, if that fit just isn't perfect, I'll get a headache, or I'll get some, like soreness where the glasses hug the behind your ear there. Did you, after 10 plus hours wearing them a day, did you get any of that at all?
I really didn't. And there again, I've always felt that each one of us is different in regards to how our face is like a set of sunglasses. I happen to say for myself, these didn't do that. They're very comfortable frames. The altitude frame here, it's got flexibility over the ears there. It has a nice wraparound feature. The way it's just contoured and built, it actually just sat on your head real nice. And for that reason, did not put a lot of pressure on the bridge of the nose. I have kind of a slender nose, and it didn't bother me there at all, which I've had in the past with other glasses. So they were comfortable. They've got a really nice soft rubber piece here for the bridge of the nose, which is just nice. It kind of holds on there and keeps your glasses where you want them. And so I was pleased.
Mm-hmm. Do you know, Jason, these are waterproof? Do you know? I know they're shatterproof, but do you know if they're waterproof?
Well, in terms of waterproof, I mean, they're not. They're a plastic type, polycarbonate type, frame and lens. So they're not gonna. The water isn't gonna hurt anything. They are meant. This particular one is meant for a lot of that high altitude mountaineering, hunting, climbing, fishing. It's designed for that. So these, you can get them wet. In fact, they are designed for extreme weather conditions, this particular model here, which is why I really like them for the outdoor sports, hunting, fishing, riding, camping, any of that, because they are completely designed for all weather conditions, shatterproof, like you'd mentioned. You've got the protective lenses, you've got the polarized lenses, durable all the way around. So these are, you could use these on your Harley. You could use these at work. You could use these doing anything you want. And I don't think you're going to have any complaints about them. I really didn't. And like I said, I've been trying to use them in as many different circumstances as possible to get a feel for really, are they an all around pair of glasses? And at a price point for $140 MSRP, you can't beat this set of glasses. I mean, it's just a complete package that's affordable. And so for me, I was happy all day long.
Nice. Very good. You know, I wanted to say that I believe we're going to have a photo of Jason with the Wiley X sunglasses on in the field. I believe we're going to post that on my Twitter page. So folks can go to my Twitter page and see that photo. It's amazing. You know, when you do have a good pair of eyewear on, it's an amazing thing, not only in terms of the sun rays and the shadows and glares and all of that, but the protection is what I really like about them too. I mean, it's so easy when you're in the field hunting and fishing, it's so easy to get anything in your eye. And any of us that have been hunting and fishing for any length of time has probably gotten a weed in the eye, a bug in the eye, something. So protective eyewear that you can wear all day long, not get a headache from, not get any, pain at all from wearing them all day long. It's a great thing. It really is.
It really is. And, this past elk hunting trip, we were hunting from tree stands. So we were, obviously climbing up the tree, hanging tree stands, sawing down limbs. And, that whole time I was thankful that I had on a glass that was protective from debris falling down, but yet had a really crisp, clear image that allowed me to see what I was doing without, because up there you can't slip and mess up. So
sure.
It really helped. And what's nice about this line in this altitude frame, they also offer other colors of the frame as well as the lens itself. So it doesn't have to be done in the Cryptek camo, but I happen to get these in, and I really like them in that color for myself. It's a great complement to the rest of your hunting gear that you have on that sure. day. And gear for me has got to be suitable to the woods when I'm hunting.
You bet. Well, Jason, we're about out of time. I want to thank you for joining us. What's the Wiley X website? Do you have it with you?
Yeah, you can just go to wileyx.com, and everything's pretty simple to navigate on there. I would definitely recommend it for work, for play, for life. That's Wiley X. And you just go to wileyx.com, and you can browse and search for the wonderful Nash Cryptek altitude frames that I have here, or many of the other things they offer.
Sure, you bet. Thanks so much, Jason. We'll look forward to talking with you next week.
I look forward to it as well. Take care.
You bet. Bye-bye. Well, that wraps it up for today's show. But before I put out the campfire, I want to remind you all that you can hear a new episode of the Sporting Life podcast every day at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. If you happen to miss an episode or want to hear an episode again, or want to download and share an episode, which you're welcome to do, you can find the Sporting Life podcast on the Apple Podcasts, Buzzsprout.com, or Stitcher.com. But most importantly, subscribe to the Sporting Life podcast so every new podcast can be delivered right to your computer or any mobile device. Tune in tomorrow at 7 a.m. for another entertaining episode of the Sporting Life podcast, the best podcast for hunting and fishing entertainment. I'm your host, Bob Svetich, saying thanks for listening, and please remember to always be a good steward of our land and water.